If you were wanting to know how to fix a clog on any Epson ET Ink printer model, then stay tuned, you won't want to miss this video. Hey, what is going on? The printer guy here, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through a step-by-step process showing you how to fix a clog on any Epson ET Ink printer model. Now this also includes Epson ET Ink printers that have been converted to be sublimation printers. So if you have sublimation ink in your Epson ET Ink printer, this will also apply. Now there will be video chapters down below this video so you can skip around to different parts of the video, but I always recommend you watch the entire video. There will also be product links to various products I'll end up talking about here in this video, one of them being a Printhead cleaning kit that we'll talk about in the last step of the cleaning. It's possible you don't need that kit. You may resolve the issue with the first 2 steps, but if we move to step 3, that's where we will talk about the cleaning kit. We'll also talk about some other products that you'll need along the way, regardless of the cleaning step that you need to do on your printer. Now, before we get into the cleaning steps, the first thing we need to do is print off a nozzle report. What a nozzle report is on an Epson ET Ink printer is basically a report that shows you which colors are having trouble. There's usually breaks in the lines, there's fading in the lines, those lines are not printing correctly or in a straight line. And so up on the screen right now, you'll see a nozzle report that is good, that is printing out well, and that means that the print head is healthy and everything is flowing as it needs to. Now, if you are printing blank pages, then you will want to skip this step. You don't need to print off a nozzle report, but if you have a specific color, or when you're printing a certain color is just off, or most of your prints usually are missing some kind of element of a color, then this is how you're going to pinpoint that. Again, if you're printing blank pages, just skip to step 1. A lot of times what you'll see on a nozzle report is sometimes a full color is missing, or only some of that report or some of that color is printing off. And so you'll be able to see that that color is having trouble. Now the first cleaning step is going to be to do a print head cleaning. And basically what that will do is it will begin a process. It may take 5 to 10 minutes, and you essentially will go into your settings, go under maintenance. Sometimes those are 2 totally different options depending on how new the Epson ET Ink printer is. Sometimes you can just go straight to maintenance, but regardless, either settings, maintenance, or just maintenance. This is a good time to mention at this point, and really with the next 2 steps, you will want to make sure that your ink is totally full, especially for step 2. And so you may need to pause this video. There's a link down in the description below for 502 ink. Most 4-color Epson ET Ink printers are going to use the universal ink that I have linked down in the description below. So if you have only 4 colors, if you have more than 4 colors, you'll want to buy another product. I'll link that in the description below as well. You most likely have a larger Epson ET Ink printer, an 8550 and 8500, and those require about 6 colors. If you're running sublimation ink, we also here at Best Printers sell a high quality sublimation ink that will be linked down below as well. So you'll want to have either your regular ink or your sublimation ink totally full at this point. Now here within step 1, we're going to cover something that you can kind of repeat in the next 2 steps. One of them being that on the Best Printers Tech website, I have a test page that you can print off, and you can actually pinpoint specific colors. So you can do the first page is a general color page, and you'll want to print that off. That will kind of mimic the print nozzle report that you have in your settings, but save this file. It's very easy. You just click download test page. You can save that file to your computer or wherever you're printing from, and you can use this whenever you're having this type of issue, because what you'll want to do is if you're having a specific issue with a specific color, let's say it's black, you're going to want to print off this black page. Print off the entire page, because what you want is for that ink to run through the system. And so you may not want to run all the colors. You may want to just primarily run black. And this would be the method that you would use to do that. Now, if it's magenta, you can do magenta, cyan, and yellow. You can do multiple colors. But the gist of this is you can probably print 5 to 10 of these pages to run that ink through the system. Once you're past about 10 pages, you're getting into a territory where you're going to need to move up in the cleaning. So you can do this. This is a very comprehensive cleaning process, and it doesn't only include cleaning, it also includes, running the system a little harder with certain colors, because a lot of times that can resolve the issue even quicker than moving to another step of cleaning. Now, with that being said, if you have exhausted step 1, you will want to move up to step 2. And in step 2, you will want to do a power cleaning. Now, power cleaning can be accessed on most Epson EcoTank printers in the settings and the maintenance, but sometimes you will need to press the power button and the question mark button. It really just depends. You'll want to look up your specific Epson EcoTank printer model in Google. Just type in how to do a power cleaning. It just varies so widely, so it'd be difficult for me to jam pack that all into this video, but primarily it's going to be under the settings, under maintenance, power cleaning. You'll need to go through some different prompts. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions. Again, very, very important for you to have your ink totally full to the top line when you're doing power cleaning. So important when you're doing power cleaning. Printhead cleaning is not as urgent, but with power cleaning, has to be full. So again, there's universal 4-color Epson EcoTank ink down below, and there's also sublimation ink. So no matter which one of those types of inks you're running, you'll want to top that off. Now, if you use OEM Epson ink in the past, that's okay. These inks, they mix well. Best Printer's ink can be mixed with most other inks that you would have already used in the ink tank. So don't worry about that. Those products will be down in the description below. So after you've done the power cleaning, I'm going to mention another step that you'll need to do for maintenance. But at this point, you would have gone through the maintenance. You would have selected power cleaning. That's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes to initialize. Sometimes you'll want to wait a day. Sometimes they'll tell you to wait 12 to 24 hours to see improvements. Again, we're going back and we're printing off another nozzle report every step of the way after we do a cleaning, and that way we can see where we're at with either the nozzle report, or you can also use the Best Printer's maintenance test sheet. Using these two simultaneously would be pretty advantageous, and the Best Printer's maintenance test sheet kind of gives you a more wide variety of color, and you'll be able to see that with that test page. So after you've done the power cleaning, regardless of the results, you will want to swap out your maintenance box. Now, if you're still doing more cleaning, you can wait on this until you're totally done with your cleaning, but you will either be using a T04D1 maintenance box, L3110, or you're going to be using a C9345 maintenance box. There are some other offshoots as well. Again, go into Google, search up your specific printer model, your Epson EcoTank, and type in maintenance box, and you'll be able to see there very easily. Down in the description below, I have a link to each one of those maintenance boxes, and so you can buy from those links down below. When you buy through those links, you really do help support this channel, and those are the products that we use here on this channel. So any other videos you watch as far as sublimation, or whenever we're swapping out the maintenance boxes, we're always using our own products and we're testing our own products. So we're making sure that they're very high quality and up to your standard. So at this step, within power cleaning, you can also print off these different pages. You can print off the different colors. If you're getting close, it looks like you have some improvement, but you're not quite there, print another 5 to 10 pages. Maybe it's one that gets you there, but whatever color it is, if it's all the color, print all 4 pages. You just want that ink to be flowing. That's the whole goal of this, is that the nozzles have become dried, they've become clogged, and once you remove that clog and that dryness, either one of those, you need to run ink into the system, and sometimes it's the lack of that ink. Now, there are some cases where you may have an air clog. And if you have an air clog, we'll talk about that a little bit here in the next cleaning step, which is where you would use the Best Printer's cleaning kit. But an air clog can be resolved with that kit. But let's talk about the cleaning first, and then we'll talk about an air clog at the end. So step number 3 would be to use the Best Printer's cleaning kit. Now, this is a kit that I have used on hundreds of printers and been able to fix so many printers with this cleaning kit. And what this cleaning kit does is essentially you'll need to take apart your printer and get access to the nozzles. I have so many different videos on this channel showing you how to do that. I'll leave a playlist linked down below. One really easy way for you to find a specific video, I'll cover generally what you'll need to do here in this video, but if you want a really specific video for your specific printer model, just go down to my channel icon, which is down below this video to the left. Click on that. That's my channel page. You then go to the search bar, you type in your specific printer model, or if something similar pops up, you can utilize those instructions for your printer. Now, most likely it'll be your specific printer model, but if it's an offshoot, like let's say I have a video on the 2800 and you have a 2840, those are likely going to be the same instructions. So don't worry if it's not the exact model, but if it's similar, then that video will apply to you. So basically what you're doing with this cleaning kit is you are running a nozzle report. You are unplugging the printer during that process because that unlocks the printhead. You are removing the makeshift cartridges or the stand-in cartridges that have the ink lines connected to them. So there's a way that you can remove them. There's usually a cover on that you'll have to remove a screw, take that off, depending on the Epson EcoTank printer model, and you're removing each one of those. There should be 4 or it could be 6 if you have a bigger Epson EcoTank printer. Once you've removed the ink cartridges and have access to the nozzles, you are now pinpointing whatever nozzle it is that you need to clean. Again, blank pages, you do a thorough cleaning of all 4 colors or 6 colors if you have a 6-color printer. If it's a specific color, there is a way to pinpoint the nozzle because there is a color pattern, the same color pattern that is right above where you would insert the ink. That's the way the nozzles are organized with the color as well. So you can pinpoint those colors by following that color pattern. And what you're doing is you are taking your 20 milliliter syringe, filling it with cleaning solution. That 20 milliliter syringe will either have a silicone tube already attached or you'll need to attach it. So once that's attached to the syringe that is full with cleaning solution, you then connect the other end of it to whatever nozzle it is you're trying to clean. If you're doing all the nozzles, again, very simple, clean all of them. If you have one color you're working on, you're going to clean that specific color. Push about 20 milliliters through each color. Now, if you have only one color, you can push 30 to 40 milliliters. There is also additional cleaning fluid you can purchase on the Best Printer store on Amazon. There's a link again for this cleaning kit down in the description below. And then of course, you would have a paper towel at the bottom of the Printhead. Of course, the instructions are a lot more complex than what I'm going to explain in this video. I'm just covering generally what you would do with this cleaning kit. There are instructions on the packaging of the product as well that you can utilize. So there would be paper towel that would catch any of that fluid that you're pushing through. Sometimes color will come through. Eventually it will come through as clear, but you'll want to swap out that paper towel. You can use any paper towel really that you have in the kitchen or in the garage. The heavier duty paper towel that you have, the better, but you can use light duty paper towel as well that you would typically find in the kitchen. So you want to make sure to push all the cleaning fluid that you can through the colors that you need to push through at this time, because once you put everything back together, of course, you'll want to dry the area, put everything back together as you took it apart. It's really not difficult. Just take some time. You may need a day or two to complete this process. And basically at this point, you're putting everything back together. You're waiting 24 hours. There's a 24-hour waiting period after you do this cleaning, just like with the power cleaning, but you cannot plug the printer in. Do not plug the printer in. Do not power it on for 24 hours. Allow the entire system to dry. Sometimes there's fluid that will kind of splatter onto other electronics. 24 hours needs to pass in order for that to totally dry. Now, the cleaning fluid is ionized cleaning fluid that is specifically made for electronics. In theory, it will not cause damage, but this is just an additional step to make sure that there is no moisture within the electronic system of this printer when you're powering on. All right, so once you put everything back together, you're able to power on after the 24-hour period has transpired. You're going back to that Best Printers maintenance report, and you are printing off the general page. You can print off a nozzle report in the printer settings as well. Once you have powered on and there are no errors, you want to clear any errors that are on the screen. If any come up, there shouldn't be any. There usually is an error code that comes up that you can bypass. Any major error codes that come up, you'll want to research and figure out what is going on. If you've done everything correctly and followed all the instructions, there shouldn't be any major error codes on the printer at this time. Okay, so now moving on, you've done the cleaning with the cleaning kit. However, you now still have to go back and do a power cleaning. Not for the sake of cleaning the printhead, but the power cleaning function in this instance. So you've run 2 power cleanings now. You don't really want to run more than 1 power cleaning. So this would be your second power cleaning. This power cleaning, the function of it would be to push ink back into the system. So at this point, you flush the system and flush the nozzles. With the power cleaning, you're going to be able to get that ink back into the system. And that's the reason why you are running a power cleaning this time. All right, so now you're going to print off a nozzle report again and see how everything is printing out. Are you still having breaks in the lines? Are you still having issues? Is everything coming out well? At this point, you still will go back and print off whatever color is having trouble. Print off 5 to 10 pages of the Best Printers maintenance test sheet, depending on the color that you're having an issue with. If it's black, magenta, cyan, yellow, print those off 5 to 10 times. If after doing all of this, you still are having trouble, you'll want to try the cleaning kit again. So you're getting towards the end. You should have resolved this problem probably 5 minutes earlier in this video. I hope that your issue was resolved at step 1. But if you're at this point, that's okay. You still have hope. You're not alone. I've been here. There's plenty of printers that have, major clogs that need an additional cleaning. So with the cleaning kit, if you need additional fluid, Again, we have some at the Best Printer store. You don't have to buy a whole new kit. You can just buy the fluid. That's gonna save you about half of the cost. Now, you're going to repeat step 3 until everything is resolved. Now, you may stop the second time you repeat step 3 or the third time. You really, at this point, you can go maybe up to 2 or 3 more cleaning cycles with the cleaning kit. If at that point it is not resolved, you may want to look at getting a new printer because you're running towards the end of the options that you have to do this cleaning. I've taken you from the very basic cleaning all the way to the most severe case. Now, there are some things that you can do with the cleaning kit. You can warm up the fluid. You can do a push-pull method, which I do have instructions for in another video. You can also go on bestprinterstech.com. On that website, you have some more instructions. That'll give you some tips on how to use the cleaning kit. If the initial cleaning doesn't work, you can do some different things, warming up the fluid, push-pull method, and you can leave the silicone tubing connected to the nozzle for 12 hours, 6 to 12 hours, and then allow for that to get softened up. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. You have a lot of options, but you do need to follow a methodical process, and this may take up to a week if you have a severe issue. It could take 2 hours. You could very easily just do the printhead cleaning and run these color sheets through and you'll be totally resolved. But I really wanted to give all the possible options that you have for cleaning your Epson EcoTank printer in a longer format, multi-step process that in theory will guarantee you good results and getting you back up and printing normally again in very few instances. But there are Epson EcoTank printers that have a very severe case. Your printer may be done for and you may want to give up on it if you've gotten towards the end of this video. All right, so at this point, we're done with the cleaning process. Some things to keep in mind to keep your printer well maintained is you want to make sure to print on a weekly basis. If you're printing too infrequently, let's say you go an entire week without printing, you'll want to figure out how you can during that week just print off the Best Printer's maintenance test sheet. Print off all the colors, print off, this whole document. So if you save this document to your computer and then you have it saved in a file where, we're not going to print this week. If you're not going to print 1 week for sure, that you go in maybe in the middle of the week, towards the end of the week, but at some point you want to go in there and print off this entire document, pages 1 through 5. And there is an instruction page that will kind of explain why and when you would use this, but this can be used for maintenance. This can be used during the cleaning. This is a very important document that is really going to be useful when it comes to both of those things. You also want to make sure to stay on top of your maintenance box. If you're using the printer very frequently, this is where you would need to swap out the maintenance box more frequently. Every 3 to 6 months, you want to take a look at it manually. There is also a way you can go into your settings to check the level that your maintenance box is at. So if it's getting close to that full level, you'll want to check it manually. You can pull it out at any time, really. Take a look at it. If it's totally saturated and heavy, toss it and just buy a new maintenance box. Of course, links down in the description below for those various maintenance boxes. You can save this video, save the products that I have linked down below. Owning an Epson EcoTank printer is very rewarding because you can do a lot of printing for a low cost, especially with the ink. Sublimation ink, the same thing, but you really need to stay on top of maintenance to keep this printer running. You can really run these printers for years and years as long as they're maintained well. Keeping your ink full, don't let your ink run too low. As soon as you're getting to that midway point, you want to start filling that ink back up to the top line. So these are just some general tips for maintenance. This is to help you keep your printer running well in the long run. Thank you so much for watching this video. If the video was helpful, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Also, please take a look at the description box for any of the products I ended up mentioning in this video. If you're looking to buy a new printer, consider visiting bestprinterstech.com and taking the printer finder quiz that will help you find the right printer for you. Now, I have handpicked 2 videos that are here on the screen right now for you to watch next. So hoping to see you there. If not, until next time.